What's going on? I hope you're doing great. I hope this month has started off wonderfully awesome for you. May is your month of miracles, blessings, opportunities, open doors. May this be your best month yet. May this be a setup for the rest of the year as you rise up, as you get up, and as you go up to the next level. Just want to come to you, want to just talk to you for a little bit, because it's always monthly empowerment video time, and May is the month for mental health that we recognize that. And I think one thing that we have to do is really be cautious and conscientious about how we mind our mind. And what I mean about that is being metacognitive, thinking about what we're thinking about. Whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are a good report, if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. I'll keep you in perfect peace if you keep your mind stayed on me. I told you in one of our sessions before that Jesus died on Golgotha's hill. And really, Golgotha is known as the place of the skull. There's over 200 hills in Jerusalem, but he died on Golgotha's hill, the skull. So in many cases, not only did we receive salvation, but Jesus died for our mind, so that our mind could be renewed. Not about your money, not about your car, not about your clothes, not about your house, but he died for your mind. If you can internalize victory in your mind, everything that's on the outside has no choice but to acquiesce to the power of your mind. And so I really, really want you to focus on your mental health, your mental well-being, the state of your mentality. We focus so much about getting our body in shape, what we're eating, how we're exercising. Of course, we focus on our spirit, renewing our mind by the word of God. We should be doing. We focus on our praise breaks. We can only do so many spiritual calisthenics. We focus on, yes, our prayer life and our intimacy and our time with God. We focus on financial development and our resources and how to get our money up. You trying to secure the bag, but we also, in the midst of securing the bag, yes, securing our soul, but we also need to secure the state of our mind. We focus on our relational health and well-being, right? And make sure that we're connected to the right people. But none of that is going to matter unless we process how we think. And, one of the things that I really had to get into a place of, and I'll recommend this book to you to read. It's called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. And James Allen is a very, very short book that he writes. I think it's no more than about 60-something pages, but the power in the pages is just absolutely phenomenal. He likens the mind to a garden. If you plant negativity, that's what you're going to reap. Weeds of worry do not produce that which is going to be fruitful and multiply. What seed am I sowing, which is going to dictate the harvest of my blessing, much less or a curse, right? What seeds are you planting in your mind, in your spirit, in your life, each and every single day to reap what you expect? We've got to be really cognizant. We got to be really, really focused on how we're internalizing what we're thinking about. And every single day, this is what I want you to put into practice. I want you to put into practice minding your mind through the first 15 minutes of your day. Before you leave your house, before you get into what you're going to get into throughout your day, I want you to take some time to process your mind. You got to get up a little bit earlier, yes, because sometimes, we hit the ground running. We fast and furious. We're here, there, everywhere, and we're just trying to get out the house to get to work or to finish what we need to do, to get our errands ran, whatever the case may be. Then I want you to take some time each and every single day to quiet your mind. And as you're quieting your mind, you move into a place of mental visualization. You're thinking about your day. You're processing how your day is going to go. You move into a place and a dynamic of what you're going to think about, paying attention to what you need, focusing on how you're feeling emotionally, right? Because the mind, the will, and the emotions all interconnect together. I really want you to be cognizant of that, because we go through life so much on autopilot, doing this, doing that, checking off this to-do list, so on and so forth, that in many cases, life becomes robotic. And as I said before, you're not a human doing, you're a human being with feelings, with emotions, with all types of thoughts that are running through your mind, right? And when you're not cognizant and conscientious of the thoughts that are running through your mind, this is what takes place. Now your thoughts run you, rather you running your thoughts. Rather than arresting that negative thought, rather than evicting that negative thought, now you move into a place of actually processing it, because you're not cognizant, focused on what you should be focusing on, to be able to siphon, and here it is, filter out your thoughts. A filter is about more than what you put on your social media page. Filter is about more than what you put on your photo. You got to filter out your thoughts. Got to filter your thinking. Right? May will be just like April. May will just be just like March or February or January. If you have not done something different. If you do not think different thoughts. Right? If you do not take your state of mind to another level. Right? I want you to, yes, I want you to pray over your mind, but I also want you to be engaged with your mind. Each and every single day, first 15 minutes of your day. Whether you do prayer first before, or you do prayer afterwards. It's time with God. Taking some time to free your mind. Asking yourself the question, how am I feeling today? Am I getting enough rest? What do I have beyond what I have to do today? How will I process my day? Is there any worry that I'm hanging on to? Am I frustrated? How do I think about my job or my life? What do I expect to take place today? Right? How will I channel and change my mind and process it from, if it is negative, to the positive? How can I think better thoughts today? How can I challenge myself to do something different? I want you to pay attention to what you need during your day, prior to beginning your day, during your day, and as your day is wrapping up. Right? There's only one you. You have to be cautious, conscientious, and cognizant of how you treat you and what are the thoughts that are going through your own mind. Doesn't matter where you go, you will always have you with you. How are you treating yourself? Because how you treat yourself is a blueprint of how people are now going to treat you based upon what they see that you do with yourself. Your mental health is your wealth. The state of your mind is so important to the state of your well-being and your livelihood. Right? I want you to be metacognitive this month. I want you to think about what you're thinking about. I want you to take time each and every single day, at least for 15 minutes of your day, to process how you are feeling emotionally. What is your state of mind and your being? It's so important because a lot of times we're carrying emotional trauma, we're carrying toxicity, and because of that trauma that we're carrying that we have not alleviated, that we have not let go of, that bitterness that has not moved into a place of forgiveness, now we are triggered so easily. Somebody said something to you, you go from 0 to 100 real quick. Somebody didn't say hello to you at the job, or somebody said something dismissive to you at the job, and boom, you go off like a firecracker. right? Because you have not processed and even safeguarded yourself before you stepped out of your house, before you got into the day's work, of if this takes place, I've already beaten it in my mind because I've already mentally visualized. I've already set parameters for myself. I've already said, here it is, healthy mental boundaries that I'm not going to let anybody cross. Because yes, I'm praying. Yes, I'm praising. Yes, I'm worshiping God. Yes, I'm reading my word. Yes, I have a prayer life. But also, I have mental safeguards that I will not acquiesce to because I know who and whose I am. This is your time. This is your season. This is your opportunity. This is your day. This is your month to win over and over and over and over again. And you're going to do it in the power of your thinking. Each and every single one of us has a crown over our head that one day will grow tall enough to wear, rather. It's not just physically that we're growing. It's not just relationally. It's not just spiritually. It's not just monetarily, right? But it is mentally. The growth that you're going to experience this month mentally is going to set the trajectory of your life, and especially for the remainder of this year. I want you to go for it. I want you to grow through it because God's given you the power to make it happen.